Hi there folks, my name's Novoing24 and welcome back to Aerofly FS2 Flight Simulator. So this is the second video of my first impressions review series of this simulator, which is currently in early access. So in the first episode I did say that we were going to have a look at the flight school and some of the other aircraft, but I realised that that episode had been going on for quite a while, so I decided to break it up, give you guys a break, and we'll do this as a second video. Alright, so as promised, so in the first video we had a quick look at the setup of the of FS2, how to set it all up. We had a quick look and a quick flight around the Los Angeles area in the Cessna 172 that comes with it. Now we're going to have a look at some of the flight school lessons that come with Aerofly FS2. So let's have a quick look at those now. So we remember from last time where everything was all set up. Let's jump into flight school. Alright, so flight school. So it's again, wow, so very much an iOS, like a mobile app thing. You've got star ratings. You gotta do procedure missions to unlock. Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. But we have a demonstration apparently. So let's have a look at the demonstration.
The first of the three basic controls is called aileron. It is used to control the aircraft bank angle. The attitude indicator or artificial horizon is now visible at the top of the screen. The yellow marker refers to your aircraft. The green marker is the flight director and will guide you. Bank left. Try to match the green marker with the yellow one. Great. Keep on. Now bank right. Try to match the markers again. Great. Keep on. Finally, roll back to level flight. Great. Keep on. I think you are ready to fly yourself now.
Okay, well, simple demonstration video. Yep, that's exactly what it is. All right, let's give it a shot.
The first of the three basic controls is
Why am I in
called
external view?
aileron. It is used to control the aircraft bank angle.
Okay, good. I can't
the
go.
attitude
Good, I can change
indicator
views.
or artificial horizon is now visible at the top of the screen. The yellow marker refers
Controls are
to your
locked
aircraft.
initially at the moment.
The
Yeah,
green
fair enough.
marker is the flight director and will guide you. You have roll control now. Bank left. Try to match the green marker with the yellow one. Great. Keep on.
Keep on keeping on, maybe?
Now bank right. Try to match the markers again. Great. Keep on. Finally, roll back to level flight. Great. Keep on. You did an excellent job. I'll take control now. Now that was a perfect flight.
Uh, 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 yep, okay. Yep. Hello, iOS. Cool, okay. Next one. Elevator. Right, cool. So essentially, I'm just okay. Well, let's keep going for a couple more. Let's see what other things the flight school has. Let's skip the demonstration video. Let's just give it a shot.
In this lesson, you learn how to use the elevator. The elevator is used to control the aircraft pitch. Again, you can read off the current as well as the required attitude from the yellow marker and the green flight director. You have pitch control now. Pitch up to 10 degrees. Great. Keep on. Now pitch down to minus 10 degrees. Great. Keep on.
Keep on, really? Keep on?
Finally, pitch back to 0. Great. Keep on.
Really?
Great job. Very nice. I'm taking control now. You have a
Okay.
great talent. You really surprise me.
Okay. Alright. Next.
Again, you can read off the
Whoa, wait.
current as
Nope.
well as
I
the
didn't want to do that.
Again, you can read off the current as well as the required attitude from Again, you can
Okay.
read off the current as
So
well as the
apparently we
required
can't get
attitude
past the
from
second
the yellow
lesson.
marker and the green flight director.
Let's try it again, just in case.
You have pitch control now. Pitch up to 10 degrees. Great. Keep on. Now pitch down to minus 10 degrees. Great. Keep on. Finally, pitch back to 0. Great. Keep on. Great job. Very nice. I'm taking control now. Now that was a perfect flight.
Hello, iOS, so much. So, okay. Cool. Let's try select. Okay, so that's really weird how it wouldn't let me do that continue again. Okay, sure, okay. Let's try this one again. Alright, so apparently we've got to keep altitude 1.
Let's try to hold altitude. As you can see on the altimeter above, we are flying at 3,000 feet above sea level. You have pitch control now. Just keep flying at this altitude for 60 seconds. I will assist you in flying a straight line. Make small elevator corrections, or you might overcorrect.
So my VSI is
Use the altimeter to check altitude.
do 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 do.
Keep going.
Do 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 do. Whoop.
Very good. I am proud of you. I'll take over now.
I'm glad you're proud of that.
Now
Okay.
that was a perfect flight.
So this is I don't think I can do any more of these. I don't think I can. So this is very much iOS stuff. Very much stuff. I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm done with that now. I don't think I can deal with that. I don't think I can deal with those kind of things anymore. Okay. Well, alright. Well, that's the flight school component of Flight FS2. Let's go have a look at some other aircraft, shall we? Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so we had a look at the Cessna 172 SB in detail last time. Alright, so I know everybody's going to want to know about some of the jets. Alright, let's... We'll take the Lear 45 up, we should take the Airbus up. Let's take the Airbus up. Oh, 737. Let's do California 1. California 1. Done. Let's do that one. Alright. Let's figure out where we're going to go from. Let's go from... Where are we? What have we got? Let's go from LAX. We'll just see how LAX is. Alright. So we go from a single parking point that we have available here. Let's have a look. We'll change the wind. We'll make the wind calm today. Low turbulence. That's about right for the timing. Okay. Let's start with the 737. Alright, so here we are at LAX. So yeah, it's a fairly, okay, we're out here at the freight terminal. So we've got FedEx and UPS's vehicles, all aircraft, all here. British Airways apparently visiting over there in the passenger terminal. Okay, so LAX not looking too bad. Runway texture's a bit rough, but no grass. Again, it's this very flat photoreal stuff. It's one of the things I've always, photoreal has its place, but photoreal sometimes annoys me. It's if you blend photoreal with other stuff, then I'm happy with that. Okay, so we can see that our split throttle is working fine. Alright. Now, alright, so none of the FMCs work. That's probably a good thing, because I don't like FMCs very much, but, again, that's going to annoy a lot of people. Oh, it's okay, so we do actually have parking brake in here. Nice. Okay. Okay, so nothing down here works. So 10,000 feet. Alright, okay. Alright, let's try a departure here. Okay. Alright. Now that's interesting. Hitting the brake even on the ground puts the spoilers out. Interesting. Alright. Landing lights on. Taxi light on. Alright. Well, we're going to go this way. Again, it's very, very wafty and very sort of loose on the ground when it's moving. We'll do a takeoff. We'll do a circuit around of LAX here in the 737. So, as I said, the 3D modeling is really nice. Okay, interesting. Yep, puts the spoilers straight out. Let me do that. Okay. Again, it feels like I'm in Tokyo Drift when I'm turning these aircraft. It really, really does. Alright. Let's line up on the runway here. 125 right. Okay, looking good. Overall, yep, this says modeling's looking very nice. Alright, take off. Power. Engine spool sounding alright. Looks like a 777 over there. Positive right. Gear up. Alright. 737 should not be able to do this. Just throwing it out there. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't be able to do that. I should have all sorts of stuff screaming at me right now, so... Okay, so maybe realism's not the... definitely not the goal here. I should be overspeeding like crazy right now. Alright, let's roll out. Yeah, the buildings around the airport really don't last long. There's trees everywhere, but not really much in the old building ways. Alright. Airport there. We'll configure it for landing. So, yeah, it's very jumpy if you don't use the mouse for doing the movements there. Okay. The 3D model, okay, yeah, again, I said this in the first video, and the 3D model is really nice. Definitely good on the old 3D model. So we've got gear down. Our tower view. Alright. Okay, think about it back there. I'm pretty sure I left on all the approach markers, and we saw them when we were on takeoff, didn't we? So now they've all disappeared. That's not good. Alright, because they should still be there for me. That's not good. Really not good. Anyway. Oh, we've got the call outs, we've got the GPWS call outs.
300, 200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright. Thrust reverse is working. Spoilers on. Okay. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Alright. Flight dynamics are horrible. Just throwing it out there. They really are. But credit where credit's due. Animation's nice. Look, I'm getting a distinct. Are you getting a distinct, impression about this sim so far that this is all about the eye candy, and that's pretty much where it stops? I've definitely got that impression so far. As I said, I've been doing second review video, been playing it for a bit before prepping for the video. This title is all about eye candy, and that's kind of it. So if I'm going to call it, at least in its current state, if you're thinking of replacing a flight sim, one of your existing flight sims with this, don't. Just don't. It's got potential, like as I said, the way it handles the graphics and the way it handles its changes of things like that, they're quite good. Don't get me wrong, they are quite good, but yeah, it's not a sim. This is an iOS application that has been ported across to PC and is masquerading as a flight sim. It's an arcade game that's masquerading as a flight sim. Yep. Visually stunning, absolutely, for the 3D, for the modeling of the aircraft, but the scenery, the terrain, and everything else is just no. Yep. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Not for me. Look, I'll be very interested to see what happens in the future, particularly with their way that they've done things with only having, only doing the southern part of the southwestern part of the US, only modeling that, and even though they've got the rest of the world is there, it's just in very low poly sort of example. To give an example of that, let's jump in a different aircraft and let's use the move map feature. Let's try that. Alright, so let's try something in the middle of, somewhere outside of this high quality coverage zone, shall we? Okay, let's try something. What should we try? Let's just try the C90. I always love turboprops. We'll do the C90, my favourites. Alright, now, location. Alright, so that's where we are. So let's go somewhere really far away, shall we? What do we got? Alaska, nope, okay. By the way, the map only goes like one way, which is really annoying. It's not, yeah, so again, frustrating. Let's go to Africa. Alright. Let's go here, let's go up to, let's go 5,000 feet. There we are. Okay. That looks good. Right, and start. Well, terrain's looking a little rough, isn't it? Is it? Ah, the sound of PT6s. I just love the sound of PT6s, I really do. Anyway, so the clouds are very nice, the airborne visuals are very nice. Oh, totally getting a screenshot there. So, that's cool, but the ground. Let's have a look at the ground. Let's wind the time back a little bit. Oh dear. Yep. So yeah, that's not textures just not loading. That's just the way it is. It's horrifyingly bland. Now we bring up our movie map and we can see that it's got the basically it's like a feed from Google Earth. And essentially, actually, what they've essentially done is they've just taken, they've just taken Google Earth and they've just slapped it on some form of terrain mesh and gone, yeah, that'll do. Very low res. So, what does that tell me? Well, it tells me that they potentially are going to make this a full world sim one day, but they're going to sell you each part of the scenery in chunks. Now, of course, we've seen this before in flight simulation. We've seen this in flight simulation in apps. We've seen this in Microsoft Flight, where Microsoft Flight started off with one area, and then you had to purchase more if you wanted to go anywhere else. Now, of course, we know what happened to Flight, so I have to ask, IPACS, you saw what happened to Flight. Are you sure you want to do this? Like, really? But, to be fair, they're probably making, as I said, they've been focused on an iOS market, so they've not really been looking at the PC market. So I don't know, maybe things will change. I don't know, but yeah, that's horrifying. Okay, now I want to go somewhere which is okay. Let's try somewhere else. Let's try somewhere else that's very mountainous and see if we've got any kind of terrain mesh. All right. So we've got that. Okay, well, let's go to the most obvious one. Let's go up into here. So we can see the terrain elevations. Okay, so there is terrain elevation data. We'll raise it slightly above the mountains there. Okay, start. Oh, hello. Again, really nice to get the visual changes for the time of day are quite nice. And again, it seems like they're copying a lot of data from Google Maps, whatever. Because I've got a place name over there. Apparently, I'm near Balu Lek. Apparently, so okay. Well, we've got terrain elevation data. We've got mountain data. It's rough. It's very rough, very low level detail, but you know it's there. So the SR, I'm assuming it's, well, most of us assume that it's come from SRTM data, but I think it's a pretty safe bet it's come from. So, okay, we've got elevation data. They just need to texture it. Okay, so potentially we are looking again, as I said before, we are looking at this could eventually be a full world sim. The loading time was very, very quick, very nice, but again, it doesn't exactly have a lot to load in this area, does it? Yeah, so, okay, interesting. So, I think potentially we could be going to see the full world in this eventually. I would lay London to a brick, though, that you're going to have to buy each region, so, yeah, that could be a good thing, whatever. Alright. Let's go back into the high resolution stuff. Grab another aircraft and let's give my my final rounding out thoughts in this this second episode here. All right, now what am I gonna take for a spin? Oh, do I take the Corsair or the P-38? Okay, I take the Corsair out for a spin. All right, location. Now, of course, I've got to drag. So it even says here, swipe to move the map. Like, tap. Yeah, so very much from owing a lot of its existence to mobile apps. Okay. Let's go for a trip through the Grand Canyon, shall we? Alright. Grand Canyon National Park. Alright. Let's start. Oh, that's interesting. Cloud coming through like that. That's very interesting. Got a few aircraft back here at Grand Canyon. Alright. Oh, I wonder if there's a wing fold thing somewhere. Let's see. Wing fold. Wing fold battery on. Very minimal stuff that you can click in some of the cockpits. Some of the cockpits, like the Warbirds here, and the F-18, there's very minimal things you can click. You can't turn your pitot heats on and off. Turn your cockpit lights on. Nope, no, apparently I can't. It's a click point, but I can't do anything with it. Oh, wing fold. Wing fold! Oh my god, I can withfold the wings. Okay. That's cool. You can fold the wings? Okay. That's kind of sweet and kind of cool. I like that. Nice touch. Okay, good. Okay, at least another wing can fold. Alright, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Alright. Anyway, back to it. Alright, let's take those wings back down. So, alright. My thoughts. Well, okay. This has, I think, a lot of potential. We could see graphically, from an aircraft perspective, from the virtual cockpit and from the virtual cockpit, from the sky textures, from the clouds, I'm very impressed with it visually. In terms of its scenery, I'm decidedly unimpressed. I am decidedly unimpressed with it. Simply because of the fact that it relies completely on photoreal, without any kind of without any kind of option, and autogen is non-existent, and there's just a lot of stuff which is just kind of like, yeah, you sort of like look at it and just go, really, what were you thinking when you did that? So I have to sort of wonder about all the stuff like that. Now those in cloud effects are quite nice. So yeah, so visually I think it's quite stunning. I'm rather impressed by it. I have to question the choice of restricting the high definition ground textures, which, as we can see, aren't really that high definition. I have to question that to restricting that to just one part of the US. It makes sense for an iOS title. It does make sense there because it's less stuff you've got to load, less storage space required on a mobile device. But it does not make sense for if you want to actually market yourself as a viable PC flight simulator. If you want to market yourself as just something to have a bit of fun as an app, then sure, go with it. But if you want to make yourself a serious contender for a flight simulator, not a good way to do it. Models, incredible. 3D visuals for the models, for the aircraft, incredible. Only partially clickable cockpits, frustrating. Could be put down to early alpha, to the fact that it's an early access release, but they haven't really said whether it's an alpha or beta. I'm guessing it's probably more of a beta. It's gonna be challenging flying this in IFR. I might have to climb here, I think. But it could be interesting to see where they're going with it. The way they're doing the transitions is quite nice and quite simple, so that's good. The way they handle the controls, you need to be able to customize a lot more, but at the same time, the options that are available to customize are good. A couple of things that I've noticed. There's no fuel burn. There's no way to set fuel. There's no fuel burn, so you have unlimited fuel always. There is no fuel burn. I've checked that in various aircraft, including taking the Hornet and leaving it on full afterburner for over an hour. I never saw the fuel gauge drop, and I never ran out of juice. So pretty sure there's no fuel burn modeled. Again, potentially that might change. Who knows? So, is this the next flight simulator? No. Is this a bit of fun to have? Yes. Is it worth the price tag? Hell no. It is not worth $50, and that's in early access. They're planning on jacking the price up with release. Is it worth the money? Absolutely not. Straight up, it's not worth it. Is it a bit of fun? Yes, it is. Could I see a lot of potential for development? Yes, I can. Would I recommend someone to buy it? No, I would not. So, if this was available for $15, yeah, okay, $10-15, absolutely, I could see this. Yeah, I would recommend this, because $10-15, you get very beautifully detailed modeled aircraft. You've got a smallish area to muck around in. The simulation aspects are pretty rough. As I said, maybe this will change once it leaves early access and once it becomes. Alright, I have got to try canyon running. Maybe it'll improve once it leaves early access and goes to full release. But for right now, I can't really recommend this as a flight simulator. As a bit of a lark and a bit of a laugh, and to see what, some beautiful work that guys at Aerosoft and Milviz have done as there's third parties for these guys. Absolutely, but yeah, for the price tag, I really can't recommend it. So that's my thought there. I know there was a question from one viewer who heard I was reviewing this. They wanted to see the damage model, so I'm going to show you the damage model. Let's watch this. Yes, there is a damage model. It is not in every aircraft, but there is a damage model. You do get to see fun things happen. Things don't break off as they should do, but in flight, they seem to be able to. So I should, for example, I'm pretty sure I should have wings breaking off very, very shortly if while trying to climb out of this. But I should definitely have over-G'd that. But there is a damage model. It is not there for every aircraft. It is not there for the Hornet. I know that for a fact. But it is there for some of the aircraft. So just so you're aware. Alright, as I said, rounding out. Interesting concept. Has a lot of potential. I see a lot of issues with it at the moment, and I would not recommend it to anybody. If they do an improvement on it, I'm happy. I would be more than happy to revisit this. But for now, this one is getting filed in my shelf of, well, that was interesting. Probably not going to be touching that again. So, cap it off. Great aircraft visuals. Appalling scenery visuals. Great sky visuals. Beautiful 3D modeling. Lack of clickable cockpits, a lot of simulation required, like commands and stuff not there. Needs more simulation elements, period. And it's an arcade title pretending to be a simulator. I think that rounds it out. Alright, if you do want to get it and you do want to grab it, as I said, it is available now in early access on Steam from the guys over at IPACS. So this is Aerofly FS2 Flight Simulator. Available now on Steam for $50 US or your regional equivalent. It's been a fun little trip. Won't be coming back anymore. It is single player only. Repeat, it is single player only. There is no multiplayer option. There is no, from what I can read on the forums, there is no plan to add a multiplayer option. And I think I'm currently on the edge of the high definition scenery because I think that's where the high def starts, right there. Well, they call it high def anyway. So, yeah. Thanks very much for joining me in these couple of videos as we've explored Aerofly Flight Sim 2. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.